As the heart of the Big West schedule beats on, two longtime foes enter a midday matchup with their eyes on March. Good afternoon and welcome inside the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid, and thank you for joining us on a beautiful Saturday afternoon for the first half of a Valentine's Day triple header on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3. I'm JayDe Beaudry coming to you courtside for a women's basketball Saturday showdown between Long Beach State and UC Davis. Long Beach State are off the bottom of the Big West at long last after a win in this building 2 weeks ago gave the Beach their second conference win of the season. However, the Black and Gold have since lost 3 straight, capped off by an 8-point loss on the road to their 15-mile rivals, Cal State Fullerton, on Thursday. While Long Beach State's performances have improved under third-year head coach Amy Wright over the past month, the Beach will need results over the final 7 games of the season if they want a shot at a return trip to the Big West Conference tournament less than a month from now. This afternoon, they face an opponent who know all about pulling off big-time wins, the Aggies of UC Davis. Under longtime head coach Jennifer Gross, the Aggies have been perennial powerhouses in the Big West, but have not claimed the postseason crown in 5 years, despite appearing in back-to-back championship games. 2026 also marks the final campaign for UC Davis in the Big West before they join the Mountain West Conference next season, and all signs point to the Aggies making another deep tournament run. Let's run you through the starters now, just moments before tip-off for Long Beach. Jacoya Jones-Brown remains in the starting lineup, the minutes and scoring leader for the Beach. Alongside her, some freshman, Brenna Pukas. After 8 games off the bench, she's started 3 in her last 4. This is her second straight start. Alongside Pukas at the forward positions are Kylie Pepe rocking a new number tonight, switching from 13 to 44, and Kenan Ka, who's averaging 6 and 4 this season. Rosie Akot rounds out the lineup. She'll be on the floor for jump ball, and she'll have a tough matchup tonight. Megan Norris starts at center for UC Davis. She has been the star all season and is going to put up another big-time performance tonight. You can bet on it. Alongside her are the regular starters for UC Davis. It's 3 guards and a forward alongside Norris, Nia Epps, Ryan Bennett, the Long Beach native, and Avery Sussex round out the backcourt, and Tegan Young starts at forward. Tonight in the Pyramid, or this afternoon that is, it's also the pink game for Long Beach State, honoring cancer awareness, and Kay Yao, the legendary North Carolina State head coach who lost her battle with cancer after a 40-year coaching career. And in her honor, her charity seeks to raise awareness for cancer and funds. The tip is up, and it's won by the Aggies, who possess first tonight, rocking their navy blue uniforms with white and gray trim. The Beach in white uniforms with pink trim around the numbers and letters. Epps swings to the corner. First triple of the game is up, and it's off side iron. Missing that time is Sussex. Offensive rebound, though, goes to Tegan Young. Aggies repossess. Epps wing 3 this time. Off back iron again. This time Jones-Brown chases down the rebound, and the Beach stave off 2 triple attempts from one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the conference. Kenan Ka, first possession for the Beach, possesses at the top, swings to Rosie Akot on the right wing. She gets a screen from Pepe, now rolls across, gets down to the block, picks up her dribble, kicks it out to Pukas. Left wing 3 from the freshman is off back iron, and it's rebounded by Norris, the 6'3" senior, her first of the contest. Driving quickly onto the other end is Sussex. She pulls up her dribble, now kicks it back to the top for Norris. Norris tries an entry pass down low, it's tipped, but coming away with the ball is Bennett. Young now swings across the key to Sussex, who pulls a triple. 0 for 3 now are the Aggies, and Rosie Akot pulls down the rebound. She's tied up, though, immediately by Tegan Young. And possession favors Long Beach State. UC Davis are going to shoot a lot of threes in this game. They lead the Big West in made 3-pointers per game at 9. They're also the 3rd best 3-point shooting team in the conference, shooting around 32% on this season. Long Beach State have struggled to score in the 2026 campaign, averaging just 54 points a game. They're going to need to get their offense in gear quickly. Still, no score on the board for either team as Jacoya Jones-Brown pulls a long 2. It goes off front iron. She missed it short. Rebounded again by Norris. The Beach hustle quickly into the backcourt to defend. Sussex, top of the key, keeps her dribble alive, now loses it. Norris has to come up beyond the arc to collect the pass. Swings it across to Young. Left wing, drives inside, tries to feed a pass down low to the cutting guard. And it's instead picked up by Jacoya Jones-Brown, was looking for Bennett. Kenan Ka, top of the key, crosses over, looks to get down inside, spins around and scores. The Beach are on the board. It's 2-0 with 2 minutes off the clock here in the first. Kenan Ka getting the scoring started, averaging 6 points and 4 rebounds per game. Also the K-Val servant leader of this Long Beach State team. Norris inside out, working to the left wing. 3 is no good. Norris gets the offensive rebound, though. Back up to the top. Bennett kicks to the right wing. Sussex pulls a triple off back iron again. The Aggies 0 for their first 4 beyond the arc. Nia Epps missing her first 2 triples as well. UC Davis coming off of a historic triple overtime win in La Jolla on Thursday, the first triple overtime game in UC Davis history. It was Davis who ran out 88-80 winners over UC San Diego. All 5 starters played over 50 minutes for the Aggies. Kennencott picks up her dribble. Now Rosie Akot back cuts, gets blocked by Norris, trying to drive inside. Pukas comes away with a loose ball, though. Beach with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Right wing for Pukas, back up top to Pepe, left wide open, puts the ball on the ground, drives inside, puts up a floater of a layup off front iron, then the window. Norris comes away with another rebound. Aggies into the front court. Swung to Young on the left wing. She dribbles back up to the top, hands off to Sussex, back to the left wing for Epps, who tries to float an entry pass down low to Megan Norris, and Kylie Pepe got a bit too physical and is called for the foul. Kylie Pepe usually wears the number 13. She's wearing the number 44 this afternoon. Looks like she's going to be the one matched up against Norris, not Rosie Akot, as Pepe offers more size down low, standing 5'11". Megan Norris, 6'3". Off the inbound, Aggies go into a box set. They get it into Epps, guarded by Jones-Brown. Back to the top for Norris. She pulls a triple, misses off side iron. Ball on the hardwood, and Jones-Brown picks it up. Beach quickly into the front court as Jones-Brown possesses. Still 2-0 Beach here, 3 minutes gone in the first. Hands off to Pepe. Spinning around at the free throw line, tries to feed it back to the top, and it's poked loose by Sussex. Epps all alone in the front court. Rosie Akot trying to track her down, and she's not going to get there in time. Nia Epps gets the Aggies on the board. We're tied at 2. The first turnover of the night for Long Beach State as well. Jones-Brown dribbles to the left wing. Guarded by Epps. Crosses over, sends Epps to the floor, and it's an offensive foul. Epps ran into Rosie Akot, who did not have her feet set. It looked like a nasty crossover, but Epps was tripped up by the freshman Rosie Akot, who's starting her second straight game. Nia Epps led the scoring effort in La Jolla a few days ago. 23 points, tied her career high with 8 rebounds, playing 53 minutes. As the Aggies lean heavily on their starters. Epps into the corner now, inside to Young. Young, one dribble, now a cross-court pass, goes to Baker. Baker drives to the baseline, picks up her dribble, inside to Norris, back out to the top. 3 is pulled from Bennett, and she connects. Aggies finally get one to fall from beyond the arc, and they take the lead at 5-2. 6:10 to go in the first quarter. Both teams struggling to find their offensive rhythm here early. The Aggies are going to rely on that three-point shooting all night long. Now Pepe, pump fake from the wing, gets Norris in the air and connects from inside the arc. A long 2 from Kylie Pepe falls, and a nice move off the dribble from the San Diego State transfer. Pepe in her senior season has provided a scoring spark late in the season. Some double-digit scoring performances have kept the Beach in games. She's going to need another big performance tonight against the Aggies, who work quickly in offensive end. Corner 3 this time from Tegan Young. Goes bottoms up, and the Aggies all of a sudden have opened up a 4-point lead. Beach work quickly into the front court. Pepe, float pass down to the block for Rosie Akot. She tries to go to work, steps through, and as she threw it back to the top, there was nobody there waiting for her. It's a turnover for the Beach. Into the front court is Baker. Feeds it down low to Epps, guarded by Kennencott. The Beach get 5 white jerseys behind the ball again. Bennett left wing, back up top, and the Aggies can slow possession. 15 on the shot clock. Bennett left wing. Tried to pass inside. It was tipped by Jones-Brown, and Kennencott comes away with a steal in front of Norris. Koff quickly into the front court, all alone. She's going to go forward off the window and gets the friendly bounce. Norris was trailing but did not want to make a play, and Kennencott cuts the deficit to 2. Aggies lead 8-6 halfway through the first quarter. Young, entry pass down low to Norris, faces up on Pepe. Now puts her back to the basket, goes to work, spins, and gets the friendly roll off the rim. A toilet bowl of a swirl off the finish from Norris. Norris, an efficient scorer this season, 15th in the Big West, averaging just around 12 points a game. Her strength, though, is on the glass. Aggies up by 4. Ka at the top of the key. Back to Pepe, who's going to pull another triple, and it's offside iron. This rebound goes to Victoria Baker, the redshirt senior guard out of Austin, Texas. She takes it into the front court to Bennett at the top. Inside to Norris at the free throw line. Aggies off-ball movement. Get it to Bennett on the wing, and it's an offensive foul called by Baker, who set a screen to get Bennett free, and now both teams will make their first changes of the afternoon. Morgan Mack checks in. It looks like for Kylie Pepe, and that's going to send us into the media timeout UC Davis have not had their regular fast start to this one, only leading by 4. It's 10-6 with 4 minutes to go in the first on 22 West Radio. Media timeout, seconds away from breaking here in the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. Let's talk a little bit more about what today means, not only for both teams, but for the college basketball community as a whole, as this is the pink game for Long Beach State, where the K-Val Cancer Fund puts on an event to honor breast cancer awareness and all cancer awareness. Both teams have a K-Yao servant leader on their squad. For Long Beach State, it's Kenan Ka. For UC Davis, it's the Long Beach native and St. Anthony's graduate, Ryan Bennett. K-Yao fought a 22-year-long battle with breast cancer off and on. She won an Olympic gold medal while going through treatment with Team USA. Also was leader of the North Carolina State Wolfpack, led them to over 700 wins, and it was her spirit and her fight that inspires the fight against breast cancer across country and across the college basketball landscape to this day, and the servant leaders carry her memory. Jacoya Jones-Brown off the inbound, gets the first possession out of the media timeout to fall for the Beach. A floater of a layup gets her on the board. It's Aggies 10, Long Beach 8. Under 4 to go in the first. At the top, Sussex possesses, swings it, now to the corner. Baker back up top to Bennett. Bennett bounce pass inside to Norris. Norris further on to the corner, triple pulled. It's missed short, and Jacoya Jones-Brown comes away with the rebound. Morgan Mack gets her first action on the right wing. Back up top to Kylie Pepe. The senior now drives inside, puts the ball on the floor, puts the shoulder down and gets fouled. She'll head to the line. Kylie Pepe this season, her first with Long Beach State after transferring from San Diego State. Had a medical redshirt last year, played all 35 games for the Aztecs as a junior, and this season she's been solid. Just under 7 points a game for her. Also a clutch free throw shooter, shooting just under 65% on the season. She buries her first of the night. Kylie Pepe, also a Long Beach native. And she goes 2 for 2 on her first trip to the line. We're all tied at 10. 3:20 to go in the first. Handling the ball is Avery Sussex. Canadian guard gets it inside to Norris at the free throw line. Further on to the corner, back up top to Norris. She pulls a triple. It rims in and out. Kenan Ka comes away with the rebound. Ka into the front court, to the wing for Morgan Mack, back up top to Kenan Ka. She calls for a screen for Kylie Pepe, goes the opposite way and drives right. Hand off to Jones Brown, further on to Kylie Pepe on the left wing. She spins, tries to get Norris off her feet, and her scoop layup is denied. Norris didn't get a touch, but her presence put off Pepe. Aggies work quickly into the front court. Bennett drives, now kicks further onto the corner. Another triple. Does not connect. It's off back iron, and the Beach fight for the rebound. Kennecaw comes away and will push into the front court. It's 1-on-3, though. She has to back out. Over to Brenna Pukas. Back up top to Morgan Mack. Left in space. Mack pulls the triple, and the freshman puts the Beach in the lead. It's 13-10. And Morgan Mack, calm, cool, and composed, saw open floor and let one fly. Aggies trail by 3. Bennett, left wing. Back up top to Espola. Espola further on to Bennett. Back on the left wing. She pulls a triple and gets the Aggies right back. Ryan Bennett averaging just over 15 points a game. Also a 32% three-point shooter. Unafraid to let it fly, and we're all tied at 13. Mack to the corner for Kennecaw. She pulls a 3 now and gets it to go. Kennecaw gets the friendly bounce off the back iron, and it rolls around through the nylon. Long Beach State respond. 16-13 the host lead, under 2 to go in the first. Sussex at the top to Baker. Further on to Espola in the corner. Estela drives inside. Back up top to Bennett. Into Norris at the free throw line. She puts the ball on the hardwood. Goes off her foot, but Kylie Pepe is called for the foul instead. And now more changes will come from both teams, as it's been a relatively clean first quarter here. Only the third foul called against the Beach. Heading to the bench are Kylie Pepe and Brenna Pukas. Re-entering the fray is Rosie Akot alongside Christy Reynoso, getting some early playing time here. The undersized guard is going to match up off the inbound against Victoria Baker. Aggies go into a box set. Try to work it high-low from the three-point line down to Norris. And Rosie Akot fouls Megan Norris before she can go up for the shot. And that might be the strategy for the Beach tonight. Don't let Norris touch the ball. Don't let her go up with the season she's having. Not only is she an efficient scorer, she is the best rebounder in the Big West, period, and also the best rebounder in UC Davis history. More on that as the game goes on and she continues to rack up stats. Bennett drives inside off the inbound pass. Gets it off the window, and it does not draw iron. Jones Brown quickly with the rebound into the front court. Long Beach lead by 3. Jones Brown skip past the corner for Reynoso. Reynoso dribbles out, rocking bright pink shoes tonight. Jones Brown now, left corner, up to the left wing, now to the top. Now picks up her dribble, back to Rosie Akot, left wing 3. The Beach try to go 3 for 3, and Rosie Akot misses short. Aggies into the front court. Sussex possesses. Long pass across the key to Bennett. Quickly shut down as the Beach get 5 behind the ball. Pass over the top to Norris. She comes away with it and gets fouled with Rosie Akot as she goes up. Baker recognized the mismatch with Norris and Akot down in the paint. Norris stands 6'3", Rosie Akot 6'2". Floated a pass down low to her center. And Norris, with all kinds of contact, went up for the shot and got fouled. Starting point guard Nia Epps returns for the Aggies. Ryan Bennett heads back to the bench, and Megan Norris can shoot her first free throws of the night. We mentioned those rebounding numbers for Megan Norris. Through 25 games this season, she has 327 rebounds, breaking the record she set last year for most rebounds in a single season when she pulled down 251. Norris is in her 5th year with the Aggies, and she is outstanding, closing in on some all-time Aggie milestones as she goes 2 for 2 from the line. Davis, 15, Long Beach 16, under a minute to go in the first quarter. Jones Brown, top of the key, directs offense. 18-second difference between the shot and game. Jones Brown drives inside, puts up a floater of a layup off balance, and gets fouled by Nia Epps. Jones Brown will head to the line. And if Megan Norris is the leader of UC Davis, Jacoya Jones Brown is the leader of this Long Beach State team. The Atlanta native bounced around during her high school years, but found a home here in Long Beach as a freshman, was able to learn under Savannah Tucker last season, and has excelled now as a sophomore. It has not always been the easiest of jobs manning this Long Beach State offense, but Jacoya Jones Brown has made the most of her opportunities. She has also done her best to find her voice this season and to become a vocal leader on a team where she's only a sophomore. Before free throws can get underway, though, Kennecaw needed some brief medical attention, got popped in the lip and had some blood that needed to be attended to. She's all smiles, though, in conversation with Amy Wright, as Jones Brown can shoot her first free throw of the night. It's down and in for Jacoya Jones-Brown, who in her last game against Cal State Fullerton played 37 minutes, put up 12 points. Jones-Brown leads the Big West in minutes played. She misses her second free throw, and Norris comes away with the rebound. Norris already in this first quarter has pulled down 6 rebounds. Davis will hold. 2-second difference between the shot and game clock at the end of the first. 16 on the game, 13 on the clock. Inside pass to Norris. She gets busted up. Loose ball collected by the Aggies. Kicked quickly to the corner. The three is missed short by Sussex. Then a foul off the ball. Fighting for the rebound was Morgan Mack, and she got tied up by Tegan Youngs. Now the Beach will have the last possession here to end the first. Strong defensive showing for the Beach, and they hold on to a 2-point lead. 5 seconds to go. Jones-Brown will let the ball roll, and the clock started before Jones-Brown touched it. Over here on the sidelines, the clock operator a little too happy to finish out this first quarter, and it needs to be reset to 5. The clock will start when Jones-Brown first handles the ball. Solid first quarter for the Beach, shooting 47% from the field and 50% from 3, holding a lead on the 11-3 UC Davis Aggies. Final possession here, 5 seconds to go. Jones-Brown lets it roll just under half court. Now she takes it across the timeline. 2 seconds to go. Drives inside, gets downhill, puts up a layup and misses short in the face of Norris. She went up strong but could not put enough mustard on the ball, and it's Long Beach State who go into the second quarter with a 2-point advantage. A strong start for Long Beach State against one of the best teams in the Big West as they continue their chase for an appearance in the Big West Championships just under a month from now. We'll be back on 22 West Radio for second quarter action here from the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. Both teams back on the floor to get the second quarter underway here in the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. Long Beach leads UC Davis 17-15. Long Beach this season, a 3-20 overall record, 2-11 in Big West Conference play. UC Davis currently sit third in the conference with an 11-3 record. They have the first possession here in the second quarter. Norris, right wing, skip pass across the key to Young. Back up top to Norris. Norris, ball on the hardwood. To the right corner for Bennett, gets it down low to Epps. She's double teamed by Ka and Reynoso. Kicks it back out top, down Norris, corner three, misses long. Rosia Cott tips the rebound out of bounds and gives the Aggies a chance at another offensive possession. Aggies arguing that they should get a fresh 20, and they do. Rosia Cott in perfect position for the rebound, just could not pull it down on the beach. Start the second quarter as they started the first with strong defense. They're matched up man-to-man against a guard-heavy lineup and a very balanced Aggies attack. 20 on the shot clock now to work with. Epps at the top. Gets a screen from Norris. Now gets the mismatch on Pepe. Kicks it back out. Now a three is pulled. Young wide open. Offside iron. Rosia Cott tracks this one down and gets it to Christy Reynoso, who will bring the ball across the timeline. Reynoso matched up against Epps, top of the key. Swings it to Pepe on the left wing. Handoff to Kenan Ka. Ka picks up her dribble. Back across the key to Reynoso. Pulls a long three and hits it. Christy Reynoso picks up where she left off in Fullerton and gives the Beach a 5-point lead. Christy Reynoso had a scoring drought from beyond the arc this season that was broken on Thursday, and she gets the Beach back ahead by 5 here in the second. Entry pass down low to Norris. Back up top. Aggies work inside out, and the triple misses everything. Norris picks up the offensive rebound, goes up strongly and gets fouled. Norris picked up the rebound on a three from Bennett that went off the backboard and did not draw iron. Got Rosia Cott and Kylie Pepe in the air, and as the two Beach defenders came down, Norris went up, got the contact plus a foul. And Norris will head to the line for the second time tonight. Megan Norris redshirted her freshman season. She said recently that she had to make the decision whether she wanted to fight for playing time or dominate in her 5th year, and she made the decision to sit and learn. Now she is dominating just as she expected to in year 5. She buries her free throw, and the Aggies trail by 2. It's Long Beach 20, UC Davis 18. Jones-Brown, 20 on the shot clock, dribbles to the top of the key, lets a long two fly off back iron. Akot fights for the rebound, but it's tipped to Norris by Bennett. Sussex across half court. Sussex down low to Norris, who is running the floor box to box and could not finish the layup. She shakes her head as she gets back on defense. Jones-Brown picks up the rebound. Kicks to Pepe at the top of the key. Pepe crosses over on Norris, picks up her dribble on the block, tries to get it back up top to Rosie Akot. Pass is tipped. Akot looked for a cutting Jones-Brown down low, then thought better of it and dribbled to the corner instead. Now Akot gets Christy Reynoso driving down the lane, and Reynoso misses the layup badly. Might have gotten contacted, asking for a foul, but now it's the Aggies with the 5-on-4 on the offensive end. Now Reynoso recovers. Young to the corner for Bennett, guarded by Reynoso. Skip pass cross key to Epps, who pulls the triple. Misses short. Young pulls down the rebound. Nobody in her path as she goes up for the layup. And we're all tied at 20. Tegan Young, right place, right time. The Manhattan transfer, native of Leominster, Massachusetts. Kylie Pepe crosses over the top of the key, working on Norris. Tries to get it up with her right hand on the left block and gets contacted for a foul. She'll head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And Megan Norris, who will continue to be disruptive throughout this game, now has 7 points to go along with her 7 rebounds. It's also her second personal foul, something to watch as the game wears on. Long Beach will want to get Davis's best rebounder off the floor, as size has been a struggle for this team throughout the season. Pepe's first free throw misses short. She gets a high five from Rosie Akot. Kylie Pepe, so far tonight, 4 points. That's her first miss from the charity stripe. Her second free throw is up and good, and now she'll be replaced by Morgan Mack off the bench. Aggies to this point shooting just 18% from beyond the arc, 3 for 17. They are chucking up triples early and often for a team that shoots around 31%, a significant drop-off to start this game. The Beach's defense has caused problems. Now they work into a high 2-3 zone. Mack guards Baker on the right side, who goes all the way across. Epps back to the top for Sussex. Dribbles, gets it over to the left wing for Young. Back to Sussex, now to Baker on the right wing. Aggies try to break the press. 5 on the shot clock. Epps gets the skip pass on the left side. Finds Young inside, guarded by Mack. Goes up strongly and off a one-legged fadeaway, one-arm jump shot. She gets the shot to fall. Zone defense not a look the Beach go too often. Here they are in the front court quickly, though, with Brenna Pukas pulling a triple from the right wing. She misses short, though. Rebound pulled down by Baker. Long pass up the floor to Bennett, and she was looking for Tegan Young coming across the opposite side of the key, and it was kicked out of bounds by Morgan Mack, who was defending. The 5 on the floor right now, Jones Brown, Reynoso, Morgan Mack, Brenna Pukas, and Kylie Pepe, who just subbed in for Rosie Akot. They stay in the high 2-3 zone. Entry pass goes awry, looking for Norris. It went over the head of everybody. Instead, it's Baker who possesses at the top, guarded by Reynoso, picks up her dribble to Sussex, right wing, back up top to Baker. Inside to Epps, guarded by Jones Brown. On the left elbow, to the corner for Bennett. Left corner, she drives inside, pulls a jumper from 17, 3 offensive rebound from Epps. Fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Aggies. Back up top, Baker long 3, rims in and out. Jones Brown and Morgan Mack fight for the rebound, and the freshman Mack pulls it down. 3-on-3 for the Beach in the front court as she works quickly. Hands off to Pepe, top of the key. Beach trail by 1, 21-22. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Pukas hands off to Pepe, right wing. Pepe drives across the key. Now looks to back down her defender, Baker. Spins and tries to put up a layup and got tied up by Baker. She has the size mismatch down there, Kylie Pepe. 5'11", working on the 5'9" Baker, and tried to throw her weight around. Got tied up instead as the Aggies sent a help defender. For the ball can be put back in play, Aggies will make a change. Victoria Baker off the floor. Fione Sami checks in. Another forward here for the Aggies as they look to add size down low. 3 low, 1 high. Beach get it into Brenna Pukas, who drives inside the 3-point line, pulls a long 2, and misses short. Aggies quickly into the front court. Young drives, tries to back down Pepe, working inside. Spin move layup off the glass and in. Aggies extend their lead to 3 as Tegan Young spins and scores. Long Beach now in a 3.5-minute scoring drought here in the second quarter. Mack, top of the key, bounce pass to Jones Brown. 4 guards, 1 forward on the floor for the Beach. Pepe, free throw line, spin move, feeds to Jones Brown, short corner left side. She buries the jumper. Good offensive work there for the Beach as Kylie Pepe drew 2 and found her open point guard, Jones Brown. Beach still in that 2-3 zone, working against the Aggies. They've cut the deficit to 1. Bennett to the top for Sussex. Inside to Sami. Sami yet to put the ball on the floor. Now gets it back out to Sussex. Top of the key. She gets the switch. To Young. Right wing. Skip pass to the corner now. Another triple pulled. Misses badly off the backboard. It was Bennett who missed again. She's now 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. Jones Brown into the front court. Fakes the pass to Pukas. To the corner. She's shut down by Epps. Now gets to Pukas on the right wing. Pukas gets instructions from Amy Wright on the sidelines. Cross court to Morgan Mack. Entry pass to the left block for Pepe. She spins inside. Just misses. Off the layup attempt, she went up with 2 hands, missed it short. Now Epps quickly into the front court, past everyone, and she gets fouled by Brenna Pukas as she tried to go up for the transition layup. Pukas, the lone white shirt back in front of Epps, caught the cutting Epps on the hand as she went up, and it'll send us into the sub-5 media timeout here in the second quarter. UC Davis has turned it around here. They lead 24-23. Back on the other side of the break on 22 West Radio. Media timeout breaks here in the second quarter as Long Beach State look to stay close and competitive against the Aggies of UC Davis. Davis coming off that triple overtime game on Thursday in La Jolla, have rotated their lineup here early, trying to rest their starters that all played at least 50 minutes in that game. It was UC San Diego who knocked UC Davis off last season in the Big West Championship game, and so far this season, the Aggies with 2 comeback wins against the Tritons have gotten their lick back, and it may not be the last time those two teams meet. At the line right now, Nia Epps shooting 2 free throws. She hit her first, and she hits her second as well, so Davis able to extend their lead. Now 26-23. Into the game for the first time for the Beach, Tyrant Samuel Afalabi. Bounce pass to the top of the key from Morgan Mack. Freshman to freshman as Afalabi gets the pass on the right wing to Kenan-Ka at the top. Swung to Pukas. Pukas moves to the left wing, back up top to Kenan-Ka. Ka drives, gets a screen from Mack, picks up her dribble on the wing. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Mack alone at the top, hands off to Pukas. Pukas pump fakes, now gets to the free throw line, tries to fire a pass inside. It's poked loose. Shot clock expiring, and the Beach don't get a shot away. On the floor right now for the Beach, 4 freshmen in Akat, Mack, Afalabi, Pukas, and the lone upperclassman, the junior forward Kenan-Ka. So a rotated lineup here for the Beach. Not a look they go to often, this 5 on the floor. As UC Davis lead by 3. Long Beach trying to preserve their starters for as much as possible as well. This is a grueling part of the 2026 schedule, the heart of Big West Conference play. Just 7 games remain for the Beach, and they've struggled with injuries this season as well. Haley Wright, Judy Oliva-Fernandez, Lauren Cummings all out today, alongside Michael Richards, who continues to recover from last season's off-season ending injury. Epps buries a corner 3 for the Aggies. She's looking good and healthy, coming off 56 minutes against UC San Diego. She's got 7 points. Afalabi to Kenan-Ka, 6-point lead for the Aggies. Rosie Akat drives right side, blows right through her defender, and draws the foul. Rosie Akat was coming downhill with some ferocity when she barreled right over Victoria Baker, Austin, Texas native and UC Irvine transfer, who gets up and says, wow. Jones-Brown returns to the fray for Samuel Afalabi as Rosie Akat steps up to the free throw line. Rosie Akat yet to score tonight, yet to head to the charity stripe as well in 11 minutes of action. Has pulled down 2 rebounds. And now she's on the board with her first free throw. Long Beach cut the deficit to 5. Rosie Akat, native of North Adelaide, Australia. She's 8,000 miles from home, and it's taken her a while to settle in this season. But when she has been on her A game, she has been A1. Great in transition. She can shoot the 3 ball, and for a 6'2" forward, that's a rare ability. Long Beach now only trailed by 4 as Rosie Akat makes her second free throw as well. It's 29-25, 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Davis working around the wing, now find a cutting Tegan Young inside. She gets fouled by Pukas as she goes up for the layup. Good ball movement around the perimeter from UC Davis, who have taken Megan Norris out of the game now for the last 2 minutes, going into a more guard-heavy lineup. And Amy Wright has matched that same philosophy here as Christy Reynoso returns to the fray. A much smaller lineup for both teams now on the floor than how this game started. Tegan Young at 6'1", the second tallest woman on the floor, misses her first free throw off back iron. A 77% free throw shooter on the year. Sophie Lenter also onto the hardwood for the first time tonight for the Aggies as Young goes 0 for 2, and Kylie Pepe pulls down the rebound. A rare 0 for 2 trip to the line for Tegan Young. Reynoso to Ka at the top. Ka directs traffic, moves on over to the right wing. Keeps her dribble alive, now picks it up. Gets to Jones-Brown at the top. Jones-Brown drives inside, lowers her shoulder, goes up strongly, and finds the finish. Right into the chest of Ryan Bennett goes Jacoya Jones-Brown, and now the deficit is back down to 2. Long Beach holding their own here in the first half against UC Davis. Bennett at the elbow. Skip pass to the corner for Epps. Drives on Rosie Akat, plants her foot, spins. Everyone wants to travel, but she missed the layup. So those protests won't persist for too long. Pepe across the top for Reynoso. To the corner for Jones-Brown. Left side, Jones-Brown back to the left wing for Reynoso. To the top for Pepe. Pepe clears Rosie Akat out of the right corner. Now goes back up to the wing. Pepe keeps her dribble alive. Now she drives, tries to throw one right into the basket and missed it off back iron. Pepe a solo possession there for the Beach, and now a pass across the key is picked off by Rosie Akot. Great vision from the freshman. She goes coast to coast and finds the finish. A layup without too much trouble for Rosie Akot, and just like that, we're tied at 29. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter, and a costly turnover for the Aggies gives the Beach a chance to bring this pyramid to life. As Baker worked for space on the right wing, she gets fouled by Rosie Akot, and after Akot made the layup, she got back on defense and commits her third foul. Something to watch for Rosie Akot as she looks to get significant minutes in this game. She'll sub out now in favor of the freshman Morgan Mack. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 2 minutes to go in the second quarter for the Aggies to work with. Bennett into Sussex. Sussex hands off to Bennett now at the top, back to Sussex right wing. Sussex crosses over on Kenan Kahn now, looks to find a back-cutting Epps, and it's poked away by Jones Brown. Great defense from the sophomore guard. She comes away with the ball and takes it across the timeline. Quickly into the corner for Kenan Kahn. Left side, Kahn pulls a three, misses it long, and off iron. Away with the rebound is Sophie Lefner, the Anchorage, Alaska native. Forward to Epps, scoop pass, left wing, triple pulled off back iron. It's missed that time by Bennett, who has now gone cold from the field. Reynoso into the front court, still tied at 29, 90 seconds to go. Pepe to the top for Jones Brown, pulls a long two with a contest, and it's no trouble at all for Atlanta's finest. Jones Brown puts the Beach back ahead by two. It's an 8-0 run for Long Beach State. No timeout coming from the sidelines. The Aggies are going to need to battle their way back here with just over a minute to go in the second quarter. 31-29, triple. This time left side is missed short by Sophie Lefner. And the Aggies have gone cold over the last 3 minutes. Jones Brown, another long two. She misses everything. That's a heat check from 17 feet. Had a hand in her face and could not connect. 50 seconds now for the Aggies to operate their offense. Driving inside and getting fouled is Bennett. Was working against Morgan Mack. And the freshmen have been holding their own here in the second quarter for Long Beach State. A rotated lineup on the floor for an extended period of time, allowing a few starters to catch their breath, as UC Davis is also going to need production from their bench tonight. Off of a 2-day turnaround from a triple overtime game, Jennifer Goss has rotated her lineup here in the first half. Bennett buries her first free throw on the season. Bennett is an 84% free throw shooter. And the big name not on the floor right now to close out this first half is Megan Norris. You can imagine UC Davis is saving her for the second. Second free throw good as well, so it's 31 apiece now with 46 seconds to go in the first half here in the LBS Financial Credit Union pyramid. Jones Brown takes it across the timeline. Working on Epps on the right wing. Gets a screen from Kylie Pepe. Gets another screen as she moves back to her right. Skip pass along the baseline. Gets poked out of bounds. Was looking for Reynoso in the corner, but Sussex read it like a book. And now it's going to be an inbound opportunity for the Beach. On the right-hand side of the baseline, they go into a box formation. 17 on the shot clock. Kenan Kahn looks for an option. Has to find the safety valve. Kylie Pepe at the top. Pepe puts the ball in the hardwood. Drives inside. Pass across the key to Kenan Kahn, and she lays it in. Great vision from Kylie Pepe. The Beach are back ahead by two. 33-31. Shot clock off for the Aggies. Pyramid gets loud as Sussex handles at the logo. Gives it off to Epps. Nia Epps, the 5'10" senior guard, working on Jones Brown. Gives a hesitation step, drives to the block, puts up a layup. She missed it short. Reynoso gets the rebound. 7 seconds to go here before halftime. Reynoso to Jones Brown, right wing, 3 to go. Jones Brown drives, puts up a wild shot, and gets fouled by Epps. She got to the line with 1/10 of a second on the shot clock. And Jacoya Jones Brown able to make a play in transition. The Aggies look a little bit shell-shocked at the moment as Long Beach State look to close out this first half with a pair of free throws from Jones Brown. They're going to review the clock to make sure Jones Brown got fouled before time expired. The clock in the pyramid right now reached just 1/10 of a second. And they're going to change it now to 1.2 seconds, so there's more time to work with. Make or miss here from Jones Brown. 2 shots coming in this first half. Jacoya Jones Brown has 9 points, make it 10. Double digits for the sophomore star, who has played every minute here in the first half. Looking to extend the Long Beach lead to 4. It's 34-31. Jones-Brown goes 2 for 2, make it 35-31 now. Davis will inbound and let the clock expire. Long Beach leads the Aggies of UC Davis into halftime. But the game is not over yet. Long Beach in a similar position just a few days ago in Fullerton, holding on to a halftime lead. They let it slip in the second half. They ran out of gas. UC Davis has plenty left in the tank as Megan Norris sits for most of the first half. Their star center only plays 13 minutes. The Aggies will look to find a boost on the other side of the break here on 22S Radio. Thank you for joining us for a Valentine's Day triple header. We'll catch you in about 14 minutes on the other side of this break for the continuation of Long Beach State against UC Davis in this women's basketball Big West Saturday showdown on 22S Radio. Welcome back to the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. I'm JayDe Beaudry on hand for what has been a surprising Saturday showdown between Long Beach State and UC Davis. Into the third quarter, it's Long Beach State with a 4-point advantage, 35-31, and there's a few stats that really stand out from that first half. First and foremost, Long Beach winning the turnover battle, only committing 4 to the Aggies' 5 and limiting a hot shooting UC Davis team to only 4 of 22 from beyond the arc. Only 4 triples for a team that shoots and makes more than any other team in the conference. A bit of deja vu for Long Beach State in a few different ways. It was just a few days ago that they had a lead at halftime against Fullerton and let it slip in the fourth quarter, and it was a few days before that in this building where they limited another great three-point shooting team. UC San Diego held them actually without a made three-pointer until the fourth quarter, but when the Tritons came alive, they made the final push. Long Beach will look to learn from those last 2 losses and push forward on to what would be a season-defining win here in the Pyramid. Aggies' first possession out of the break, and it's a turnover. Epps tries to find Norris down low, and the pass is too strong. Megan Norris only playing 13 minutes in that first half, coming off a game where she set not only the Aggies school record, but a few other records as well, with 29 rebounds against UC San Diego. Now it's chaos on the offensive end for the Beach as a loose ball is picked up. Jones-Brown tried to find Akot, and Akot couldn't handle it. It's Ka who comes away with it. And now the Beach can possess the top of the key. 7 seconds to work with. Ka at the free throw line picks up her dribble. Pass down low to Jones-Brown. Goes to work in the post, and that's a big woman move from Jacoya Jones-Brown, putting her shoulder into Nia Epps and getting the bucket to fall. Long Beach up to their largest lead of the night at 37-31. Bennett, top of the key, finds some space, lets one fly, and connects. Ryan Bennett, just 2 for 5 beyond the arc in the first half, gets on the board with her first triple here in the third. And the Aggies are right back in it. Back and forth we go. Jones-Brown to Pepe on the left wing. Hands off to Kenan Ka, who drives to the free throw line, crosses over, and now looks to get downhill on Young. Her scoop layup no good. Akot gets a hand on the rebound, but only tips it out as far as Avery Sussex. Aggies come away, forcing the Beach into an empty possession. Young drives, tries to float a pass across the top of the key to Norris, and Kenan Ka played strong defense. Strategy becoming increasingly clear. Get the ball to Megan Norris, who last season was Big West's second team and was third in the conference in rebounds. Had a memorable matchup here in the Pyramid against the woman who led the Big West in rebounds, Rachel Luby. It was the Aggies and the Beach who split the season series last year. Long Beach in the front court. Kenan Ka tries to pass inside to Rosie Akot, and it's poked loose by a trailing Tegan Young. It has been Norris, though, who has established herself this season as the perennial big woman in the Big West, leading the conference in rebounds, scoring at will, and setting all kinds of records for UC Davis. As long as she's on the floor, the Aggies have a chance. Brenna Pukas drives in from the right wing. Kick it to the corner for Kenan Ka. Her triple misses short, and Kylie Pepe tracks down the offensive rebound in the opposite corner. Back up top, Brenna Pukas, freshman. Her triple, no good. Rosie Akot rips away the offensive rebound from Norris, and she traveled before she could get the shot back in the air. Rosie Akot caught Megan Norris by surprise, but took one too many steps before going up for one of her trademark reverse layups. It's Long Beach who still leads 37-34, under 8 minutes to go in the third. Sussex, top of the key, working for space, swings it over to Bennett, back to Sussex on the right side. Back to Bennett on the left. Behind the back dribble, she picks it up at the elbow, gets it back to Young on the right wing. Now Young drives inside, tries to throw it to the corner, and Jacoya Jones-Brown is jumping the route. Another turnover for the Aggies as Jones-Brown works quickly into the front court. Hand off to Pukas, right wing. Back to the top for Pepe. Kenan Ka, nice find. It's a back cut that results in 2. Kylie Pepe and Kenan Ka on the same wavelength, and the Beach offense is looking fluid. They extend the lead back to 5. Norris, elbow. Now there's a good find from the big to the cutting guard. Coming from the three-point line straight downhill was Nia Epps. And Megan Norris finds her. The Aggies respond. It's 39-36. Long Beach lead. Jones-Brown directing traffic, dribbles over to the right side. Now gets a screen from Rosie Akot. Backs out of it. Still beyond the perimeter, Jones-Brown. Now to the top for Brenna Pukas. Swung to the left side for Kylie Pepe, who puts the ball in the hardwood, crosses over on Norris, lowers her shoulder, tries to fight for some space down in the post, and Norris was all over her. No contact on the ball, but it's enough to put Pepe off. The Aggies work into the front court. Still a one-possession game in the third. Sussex over to Epps. Epps tries to get it back to the top, and it's poked loose by Rosie Akot. She's running free in the front court, throws up the layup, but Young put her off just enough. Akot misses it short, and now the game is stretched. 5-on-3 in the front court for the Aggies. Epps to the corner. Sussex triple bottoms. It's a tie ball game as the Aggies run the floor in transition and get it out to Avery Sussex, who has started every game in her sophomore season. Jones-Brown with the score tied at 39 at the top of the key. Under 7 to go in the third. Brenna Pukas at the free throw line to the right side for Kanenka. She drives in from the wing. Opposite wing now, right side. Kylie Pepe's three, no good. Rebounded by Norris out to Epps, who runs the floor. It's 1-on-4. She scoops it over to the right side. It's Young who now drives. Her scoop layup around Jacoya Jones-Brown falls. And the Aggies have gone on a run here to start the third. They've taken the lead. It's 41-39. A 7-0 run over the last 90 seconds for the Aggies. Jones-Brown to Akot at the top. Ball in the hardwood as Rosie Akot drives, and it's stripped away. Avery Sussex comes away with the steal, and she works down the left-hand side of the floor. Guarded by Pukas, backs out to the free-point line. Floats pass inside to Norris, and Jacoya Jones-Brown rips the ball away. The undersized guard working on the best big in the Big West. Now she runs coast to coast. Jones-Brown layup rims in and out. How did that one not fall? And now the Aggies will slow the pace. A cruel bounce off the rim denies Jacoya Jones-Brown a chance to tie the game. It's still 41-39 Aggies. Norris, right wing, skip pass over to the left side for Sussex. To the wing for Bennett. Left wing triple is good. And the Aggies extend their lead, 44-39. Ryan Bennett catching fire here in the second half. Perfect from beyond the arc to start the third quarter. Kanenka floats a pass down low. Rosie Akot gets it, tries to go to work on Bennett. Underneath the basket, throws one up off the glass, does not draw iron. She was falling away from the baseline, got caught underneath the hoop. And now Bennett possesses again left wing. Now she drives on Kanenka, puts up a layup, and Ryan Bennett is taking over this third quarter. Long Beach won a timeout as Bennett has 8 in the first 6 minutes of the third, and the Aggies extend their lead further, 46-39. The Long Beach native playing up to the level we expected to see her in that first half. It's a 12-0 run over the last 3 minutes for UC Davis, and this game has gotten away from Long Beach State in a flash. Back on the other side of the break on 22 West Radio. It's those old familiar trends rearing their ugly faces again for the Beach. Amy Wright, who so far this season has really struggled to get her team to play 40 minutes of complete basketball, has now seen a halftime lead slip away in a flash. UC Davis on a 12-0 run into the sub-5 media timeout. For UC Davis, they've made a habit of some pretty incredible comebacks this season. The Cardiac Ags, you might call them. They came back from down 14 against Hawaii. That was propelled by a 21-2 run in the final 5 minutes of the game. And they've come back twice against UC San Diego. In the first matchup on January 22nd, they were down by 12. They scored 22 points in the fourth. And then just a few days ago, down by 13 in the third. They pushed the game to triple overtime and won 88-80. This comeback, though, has happened right from the jump in the third quarter. UC Davis comes out on fire, led by Ryan Bennett, who has set all kinds of career highs this year after being named to the Big West All-Freshman team in 2025. She played all 33 games, averaged just 6 points. She has taken a massive leap in her sophomore season, averaging 15 points a game. She's increased her free throw percentage, her three-point percentage, and her usage on the floor, averaging just under 36 minutes a game. That's best for third in the Big West. She's Jacoya Jones-Brown, really, who's paced her for more minutes on the floor this season. UC Davis in that first half shot just 18% from beyond the arc to start the third. They're perfect. 2 triples from Bennett, 1 from Sussex. And in a season where all of UC Davis's 7 losses have come in games where they shoot less than 30% from the field and get out-rebounded, it is the Aggies looking to turn the tide here in the third. Megan Norris also back onto the hardwood. Aggies would want to keep this game close in the first half while she was on the bench. They did that, and now that she has returned, the goal will be to work inside out with Norris in the paint and those deadly shooters on the outside. Long Beach trying to break the run here out of the timeout. Brandon Pukas on the right wing, squares up against Epps. Swings it to the top for Jones-Brown. Gets a screen from Pepe. She elevates for a long to-it. Goes off the front of the iron and then off the backboard. Davis come away with a rebound. Long Beach scoreless in the last 3.5 minutes. Baker along the perimeter to Bennett on the right wing. Guarded by Jones-Brown. Like white on rice. Bennett drives inside, draws 2, kicks to the corner. Triple falls for Carrington Davis. Her first action of this one. The freshman guard gets on the board. Has just played 84 minutes this year, but in the first 30 seconds as she steps onto the floor here in the pyramid, she gets on the scoreboard and extends the Aggies' lead to 10. Here's Mack trying to cut into it with a 3. No good. Akot pulls down the offensive rebound. Pukas out to Pepe on the right side. Largest lead of the afternoon for UC Davis. Pepe dribbles to the free throw line, gets inside, pushes off Norris, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Kylie Pepe, a wry look to the bench as she goes back to play some defense. It was Norris who was anchored to the spot, and it was Pepe who threw an elbow trying to get free. Norris still rubbing her chest as she goes back to the sideline. And now it's Long Beach State who want a timeout. The run has extended to 15 for UC Davis. The perennial contenders in the Big West that under Jennifer Gross have enjoyed so much success. Gross is in her 15th season as the head coach of UC Davis and her 20th on the staff. She began her coaching career as an assistant after her playing days at UC Davis finished, and was an associate head coach for a few years and was named head coach in 2012. Currently, she is extending her records. Most victories in school history, it belongs to Gross. Highest winning percentage among active Big West coaches, it also belongs to Gross. She has 10 winning seasons. She's led them to the NCAA tournament twice, and 5 times she's led the Aggies to the Women's National Invitational Tournament. Their last appearance, they made the Elite 8 in 2017. Now, she's had less success as of late in the Big West. Back-to-back Big West championship games, twice thwarted. Once by UC Irvine and last season by UC Davis in a year where they went 13-7. They finished third in the conference and were expected to make a run thanks to a few of their stars that have since turned pro. They beat UC Riverside, they beat UC Irvine, but fell at the final hurdle to number 4 seeded UC San Diego. Some of the big losses from last year's squad: longtime Aggie Mazatlan Harris, now playing professionally in Ireland, alongside Tova Sabel, who was the 21st Aggie to eclipse 1,000 points. She now plays professionally in Italy. The 22nd Aggie to eclipse 1,000 points is on the roster now, Megan Norris. Gross has seen some incredible players come and go during her time at the helm. Morgan Burstich, who got drafted into the WNBA a few years ago, and Sierra Hall, who was the Big West MVP and Defensive Player of the Year back in 2021 and 2022. Those are the mentors who have really brought Megan Norris into the fray. For a program that has enjoyed so much success and has always been around at the end of seasons, they're trying to go out of the Big West with a bang. Joining the Mountain West next year, Megan Norris, she's going to be the one leading the charge. She's extending all kinds of records, and she's actually hunting down her head coach in one statistical category. That's scoring. She needs just 48 points coming into this game to eclipse Jennifer Gross as the 14th leading scorer on Davis's all-time charts. So far in this one, Norris has 7. Norris is also second all-time in rebounds in UC Davis history. She needs just 47 rebounds coming into this game to pass Carol Reich. So far, she's got 11, and we still got so much basketball to play. She's also 5th all-time in blocks and has already set the single-season rebounding record, extending it now with her 11 rebounds. She has 338 through 25 games. That is absurd. She's averaging 13 rebounds per game. That's best not only in the Big West, but it's the 3rd best tally in all of college basketball. She's also 2nd in the NCAA in double-doubles, 3 points away from securing her 17th of the season. This is an Aggies team loaded with talent, and they've certainly flexed it here to start the third quarter. Jennifer Gross on the sidelines, hands behind her back, watching her offense now go to work. 49-39, Aggies lead. 3 minutes to go in the third. Entry pass down low, looking for Norris, is stolen away by Jacoya Jones-Brown. The Beach get a stop. They need to turn it into points. Jones-Brown going coast to coast, tries to go up strongly, and Epps is there to reject her. It's Epps who's going to be, it looks like, called for the foul here. I'm actually going to call Victoria Baker, who is trailing Jacoya Jones-Brown, for the foul. Long Beach have seen Davis go on a 15-0 run over the last 4.5 minutes, thanks to some solid three-point shooting, and Davis turning up the heat on the defensive end. Jones-Brown misses her first of 2 free throws. Jones-Brown looking to lead Long Beach back into this game, as she has done all season long. Has all but one game this season where she's scored more than 10 points, and a rare trip to the line where she misses both of her free throws. Still a 10-point gap between these two teams, and the Aggies can continue their run. 15 unanswered over the last 4.5 minutes. Epps, pump fake from the corner, gets to her spot, 17 feet from the basket, tracks down her own rebound off the miss, and Kylie Pepe ties her up for a jump ball. 3 white shirts in the area, and Epps still comes away with the rock. Possession arrow, though, favors the Beach, who have not scored in the last 5 minutes. 2.5 to go here to close out the third. Kenenka to the top of the key. Morgan Mack hands off to Pukas, gets it to Jones-Brown at the top. Jones-Brown moves to the right side, hands off to Kylie Pepe on the right wing. Pepe drives inside. There's nobody in her path as she goes up for the layup. It was Norris allowing her plenty of real estate, and the Beach break the run. They trail by 8, 49-41. Working around the wing is Bennett. Back to the top for Epps. Back to Bennett on the left side. Skip pass now to Baker. Baker will cross court her pass once again to the corner for Davis. Davis to the left wing for Bennett. Just to back down Morgan Mack. Flips it over to Baker on the right side, who drives to the elbow, puts up a shot off back iron, and Kylie Pepe comes down with an easy rebound. Jacoya Jones-Brown will take the ball across the timeline, trying to slow the pace of this third quarter. Less than 2 minutes to go. Long Beach have been outscored in this frame 18-6 after a strong start from the Beach and an immediate rally from the Aggies. Jones-Brown to Pukas on the left side. The freshman gets a screen from the senior Pepe. Kicks it over to Kenan Ka on the right side. Ka, with the shot clock winding down, kicks it to Pukas over on the right wing, and she gets a triple to fall. Brenna Pukas making her return to the starting lineup tonight for the second straight game and getting the Beach back within 5. A big shot from the freshman. Norris to Bennett, left wing. Bennett looks for a screen and roll action from Norris, and a foul is going to be called. There could be a few Beach players called for the infraction, and they're going to get Brenna Pukas, who was caught in the mismatch against Megan Norris. It's one of the bigger mismatches you can have on the floor, as Megan Norris is 6'3" and Brenna Pukas is only 5'6". Rosie Akot now subs in for Kylie Pepe. Tyrett Samuel Afalabi also returns to the floor. Long Beach look to defend the inbound. It's Norris who gets the pass from the three-point line and immediately spins, and it's Rosie Akot who commits her 4th personal foul immediately after subbing in. Norris a chance to add one more from the free throw line. And Pepe will make an immediate return to the floor. Norris, not just a standout on the hardwood, she's also a standout in the classroom. She's going to graduate this year after spending 5 years at UC Davis with 2 degrees, a bachelor's in political science and a master's in management from UC Davis's College of Management, a very specific master's program that UC Davis has. And it has all looked elementary tonight for Norris as she buries her free throw. 3-point play complete, 8-point lead for the Aggies. Samuel Afalabi into the game for Jones-Brown. Gets to Kenan Ka at the top. Ka hands off to Pepe, left side. Pepe to the free throw line, picks up her dribble. Gets to Pukas, right wing 3. Pukas off back iron, rebounded by Baker. Baker slows the pace, guarded by Samuel Afalabi. To Young on the left wing. Further on to the corner for Sussex, guarded by Pukas. Cross-court pass, 3 pulled and connected by Ryan Bennett. who has come alive in the third quarter. She's got 11 in the frame. And that's how many the Aggies lead by. Shot clock is off for the Beach. 55-44. Samuel Afalabi drives to the elbow, gets her defender in the air. Nice move from the Swede, but she can't find the finish. The layup misses short, and now it's the Aggies with 5 seconds to work with. Baker, left wing, long three, misses everything off the bottom of the nylon, and it bounces out of bounds. The lone low light of this third quarter for UC Davis as Baker had her hands on her knees, looking over to the sideline, and now readies herself. Just 1/10 of a second on the clock, and off the inbound, it expires. Long Beach State outscored 24-9 in the third quarter by UC Davis. The Aggies come alive thanks to 11 points from Ryan Bennett. And a perfect outing, or a near perfect outing that is, from beyond the arc. 10 minutes of basketball remains, and Long Beach need a comeback in a big way. Down by 11, heading into the fourth here on 22 West Radio. Fourth quarter about to get underway. You are listening to Long Beach State Women's Basketball, broadcasting live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. I'm JayDe Beaudry, and there's only 10 minutes to go now in the Pyramid. Long Beach trail by 11 after a huge third quarter from the Aggies of UC Davis, where they scored 24 points. Aggies possess first out of the break. It's Bennett at the top, guarded by Pukas, gets the switch. Now it's Samuel Afalabi defending. Sussex at the top. Over to Baker, left wing. Back to Sussex at the top. Back to Baker. Now it's down low to Norris. Fed back quickly to the top for Sussex. She pulls a triple. Ball tipped around, fought for, and Samuel Afalabi now looks to get out and run in transition. To the corner for Brennan Pukas. Back to the left wing for Samuel Afalabi. Right wing, sorry. Kanenka at the top. To Pukas, right wing again. Triple threat gets to Jones-Brown at the top. Long Beach looking for some off-ball movement here to make something happen. Jones-Brown free throw line, turnaround jumper, money. Jacoya Jones-Brown gets the Beach started here in the fourth, in need of a big-time comeback against the Aggies of UC Davis. Entry pass down low to Norris. Skip pass to the corner for Baker. She pulls a long three, and the bank is open. Off the backboard and in from the corner. Baker gets it to fall. And Davis extend their lead to 12. First points of the night for Victoria Baker. As Kylie Pepe drives inside, tried to work on Norris with a spin move and came up short. Norris has won that battle tonight against Pepe. Young quickly into the front court. For Norris at the top, she tries to feed a pass over the top, and it's tipped, collected down low by Bennett. And as Bennett tried to throw it back to the top for Young, she missed everyone. So a turnover for the Aggies as Tyrant Samuel Afalabi heads back to the bench. Back into the fray for the Beaches, Christy Reynoso. Reynoso has hit one triple in this game, her only shot. Poke at the top, gets to Jones-Brown, who now can run the offense. Guarded by Bennett, hands off to Kenan Ka. Ka has some space at the elbow. She'll let one fly, and she'll bury it. The jumper's true from Kenan Ka, who is now having a career night. That's a new career high for her, 13 points. Had 12 against Irvine for the turn of the new year. Now a back cut for Baker is found by Sussex. And the Aggies make the offensive work look all too easy. As the lead is back to 12, 60-48. Reynoso to Pepe at the top. Hands off to Brenna Pukas. Pukas trapped at the free throw line, looking for an option, gets it out to Kylie Pepe. Now Pepe drives, right hand, gets past Norris and can't get the finish. Norris's presence put Pepe off just enough. Young in transition. Thought about a three, pulled it back, now gets to Baker at the top, guarded by Reynoso. Entry pass over the top to Norris. She got space on Pepe, and she got the layup to fall. Megan Norris starting to establish her presence down low. Reynoso triple from the right wing is no good off back iron. Sussex comes down with the rebound and pushes the pace. Aggies trying to slam the door here on Long Beach State in the fourth quarter. Over to Baker, left side. Pass down low to Young. Jones-Brown flies in for the steal. The undersized point guard left her assignment and got the ball in her own hands. Now goes coast to coast, gets fouled by Norris as Jones-Brown goes up, and she came down hard. Jones-Brown takes a moment to rest on the hardwood and then pops right back up. Trademark toughness from Jacoya Jones-Brown, and Kylie Pepe will sub out. It's been Pepe and Rosie Akot trying to slow down Megan Norris tonight, and Rosie Akot will be the latest to try and stop the 6'3" center, although she is working on 4 personal fouls. Also returning for UC Davis is Carrington Davis, the Rialto, California native, graduate of Rialto High School, 5'10" freshman guard, as Jones-Brown atones for her last trip to the line where she went 0 for 2 by hitting her first. Jones-Brown, 16 points tonight, now 17. She's 5 for 8 from the charity stripe as Long Beach trail by 12. Beach go into a press, Davis break it easily. Epps into the front court, backs it out into the corner. Now continues her dribble up to the top. Naya Epps, the 4th-year senior guard, gets it off to Norris. Norris back to Epps at the top. Epps calls for a screen and then tells Norris to clear out, gets it to Sussex on the left side. Sussex dribbles to the top to Davis. Now Davis tries to float a pass inside, and Norris was caught on the mismatch. It was Norris on Jones-Brown, and Norris is going to win that battle every time. She goes up with ease. She's now got 16. Ka, right wing, drives, puts up a floater. It's good. Kenan Ka continues her efficient scoring night, building on a career high. She now has 15. She's played 30 minutes as well. The anchor of this Long Beach offense tonight. Bennett gets 2 screens at the top, kicks it back to Sussex. Sussex down low to Norris. That time the pass is broken up. It's Jacoya Jones-Brown who's matched up against Megan Norris. And Jacoya is giving it her all down on the block. Norris a little winded as well, but it's Norris who is expected to compete for Big West Player of the Year this year, and her responsibilities look to be done for now. She heads to the bench with the Aggies up by 12, looking to catch her breath. No break, though, for Jacoya Jones-Brown. Forced into a tough defensive assignment, and now she'll be tasked with bringing the Beach back into this fourth quarter. Ka, bounce pass to Jones-Brown on the right wing. Squared up against Epps. She drives to the basket, kicks back out. Rosie Akot, left wing three. You bet! Rosie Akot finds her shooting stroke in the fourth. And the Beach cut the deficit back under double digits. 64-55, 5.5 to go. Norris not on the floor for the Aggies. Bennett is, and she drives inside. And Ryan Bennett gets fouled by Christy Reynoso, driving to the cup. Bennett, the catalyst of that 15-0 third quarter run where she was perfect from beyond the arc and from the field. 11 points in the frame, looking to keep her scoring streak going here in the fourth. Got past Reynoso, who now subs out, and got fouled. She'll head to the free throw line. Fresh off of playing 53 minutes in that triple overtime thriller down in La Jolla. Bennett connects from the free throw line again. Efficient free throw shooting from UC Davis. 11-point lead, just over 5 to go. 66-55. Bucas controls at the top. Beach go into a 1-high, 4-low set to get Jones-Brown free on the left side. She pulls a jumper. It's no good. Offensive rebound fought for. Pepe comes away, misses the second chance layup. Her and Rosie Akot locking down the paint. Could not get the second chance bucket to fall. Aggies come again on the offensive end. Bennett pressured high at the top by Pepe. Tries to find an open shooter and does. Sussex from the corner. Air ball three. And it's Carrington Davis who comes away with the rebound. Epps over to Bennett on the left wing. Back to Epps at the top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Epps against Pepe. Takes a drive inside. Kicks to Sussex. Now Sussex feeds down low. Working for space as Bennett. She gets rejected and fouled. Brenna Pukas picks up the foul. Rosie Akot, who has 4 personals, also in the area. But Bennett will head to the line again with just 2.3 seconds on the shot clock. The Beach had played 18 seconds of solid defense for conceding the foul. In this fourth quarter, the scoring much more balanced. Both teams have 11, but it's that third quarter that could come back to haunt Long Beach State once again in a season where they've had plenty of games fall through their grasp in the second half. 4.5 to go. Long Beach trails by 11 in need of a big comeback. Ryan Bennett shooting free throws on the other side of the media timeout here on 22 West Radio. Media timeout breaks, and we can take a look ahead for both teams here in the final stretch of this Big West Conference schedule. It's Long Beach State, who, after tonight, go on the road for 2 straight games against UC Irvine and CSUN. They'll return to the Pyramid for a 2-game homestand after that. It'll be a crucial 2 games at that. The 2 teams below them in the Big West Conference standings, as it stands, Cal Poly and Cal State Bakersfield, will grace the Pyramid on February 26th and 28th. Those 2 games look like the 2 Long Beach will need to win if they want to get into the Big West tournament. As for UC Davis, in the month of February, they've won 2 and lost 1. They've won their last 2 straight, though. They took down Cal Poly before taking down San Diego, and after tonight, they get to head back home to face Cal State Fullerton, one of the hottest teams in the conference at the moment. And then they welcome in Hannah Wickstrom and UC Riverside on February 21st. They close out the season at Hawaii, and then they'll host Long Beach State and UC Irvine in March. It is rare that in this period during February that two teams are meeting for the first time in conference play. We've heard it both from Amy Wright and men's basketball head coach Chris Acker that it's very weird to face an opponent for the first time in mid-February, but here we are, and it's UC Davis and Long Beach State who are going to get very familiar with each other over the next 3 weeks. It's UC Davis looking to not only secure a spot in the Big West tournament, which they already have with that win against UC San Diego, but secure a spot in a top 2 seed where they can get a bye past the first round. Long Beach just wants to get a trip to Henderson. A ticket will be enough with the season that they've had. Ryan Bennett hit her first and hit her second. Long Beach began this season with the worst stretch to open a season in Long Beach State women's basketball history. Looking to turn it around here late on against Davis and late on in this season. Trailing by 13. Jones-Brown to Kylie Pepe at the free throw line. She drives, kicks it down low to Rosie Acott, who makes a nice move, goes up with the right hand instead of the left as she was falling away to her left off the backboard. She gets the pass back now, pulls a 3 from the corner, and it's no good. 2 chances on that possession from Rosie Acott, and neither one of them fall. Ryan Bennett across the timeline. Less than 4 to go here in the pyramid. Bennett crosses over on Pukas, gets it to Carrington Davis, who bounce passes inside to Epps. Epps backs out, working the shot clock here, 10 to go on the shot clock for Davis. Epps draws 2 out to Barnett on the left wing, and she buries a triple. Nothing new for Ryan Barnett, who started the game frosty from beyond the arc. Davis extend their lead, 71-55, 3.5 to go. Pepe, bounce pass, finds a cutting Kenan Ka, and as she puts up the layup, it rims in and out. Another layup that just does not fall for the beach, as Kenan Ka will head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And Carrington Davis has certainly done her job as she subs out. Makes way for Megan Norris. It's Davis who came into the game, scored 3 points on her first attempt from beyond the arc, and offered a consistent presence on the defensive side of the ball as Kenan Ka misses her first free throw. Kenan Ka is the K-Yow servant leader for Long Beach State. She came into this program as a young freshman, actually overslept her first practice as a Long Beach State player, but has since grown into a leader on this team, and it was Amy Wright who looked her in the eyes after she missed that first practice and said, "Is this who you are?" And Kenan Ka said, "Absolutely not." And it hasn't been without a few rough trials and tribulations for Kenan Ka. In her freshman season, she played all 33 games. The Beach went 17-4 and won the regular season title, but in her sophomore season, just 2 minutes and 30 seconds in to the season opener against Biola, Ka tore her ACL and NCL. She was unable to walk for 4 months, had to relearn how to walk in the offseason, and after 364 days off the hardwood, she returned last season in the opener against Cal State LA. She played 20 games, averaged just 1-1, but playing 24 games during the season was enough. She started in 20. And in her junior season this year, she stepped into that leadership role. It has been Kenan Ka leading the way on and off the court. And as the K-Yow servant leader, she really embodies what the K-Yow Foundation and what K-Yow herself envisioned in a leader on the basketball court. Ka with a career high as well tonight, 16 points. Out of the break, Davis possesses to Norris at the top of the key. Norris hands off to Epps. Epps backs out, guarded by Jones-Brown. Under 3 minutes to go now here in the pyramid. Epps to Bennett, left wing, skip pass, cross court, triple pulled from Young, and it's missed in and out. Pepe comes away with the rebound over to Jones-Brown on the left side. Jones-Brown looks to drive and then decides against it. Out to Kylie Pepe at the top. Pepe hands off to Rosie Acott, top of the key. Pepe possesses again off the pass from Acott. Crosses over, looks to back down Tegan Young. Turnaround jumper, misses everything, and Norris pulls down the air ball that missed a few feet short. 2.5 to go. Davis leads 71-56. Sussex gets the handoff back at the top of the key. Beach send 2. Pass goes over the top to Norris, and it's elementary basketball once again for the Aggies. Finding the open woman, it's Megan Norris now who continues her hot scoring night. She's got 16. And she's done it for most of the second half with 4 personal fouls. Smart, efficient basketball from the 5th year. Jones-Brown now takes her woman off the dribble, gets right by Nia Epps for the lay. Jacoya Jones-Brown also having a solid night, 19 points for her. It's been Jones-Brown and Cannon-Ka providing the lion's share of the offense for the Beach. Less than 2 minutes to go, and the Aggies look to have slammed the door here in the second half against Long Beach State. Epps, top of the key, bumped off the ball by Pepe, and Kylie Pepe is going to pick up her fourth personal foul. It's Rosie Akot and Kylie Pepe both on the floor, both in foul trouble. They both have 4 personals. On the bench, Brenner Pukas has 3. As it looks like that's the end of the night for Ryan Bennett and Nia Epps. They both head to the bench, and so does Megan Norris. Aggies changing out 4 of their 5 on the floor right now. They brought a 10-woman rotation to Long Beach tonight. And it's Tegan Young who also exits. So now it's Sussex, Sami, Davis, and Sussex on the floor for the Aggies. Sami drives inside, kicks it to Davis in the corner. Davis finds the open shooter. Sussex in the left corner. She misses offside iron, and Pepe comes away with the rebound. Excuse me, it's Ursula on the floor for the Aggies. There are not 2 Sussexes. Jones-Brown crosses over, gets the foul and the bucket. Working on Emmy Ursula, the native of Veritas, Sweden, who has represented the Swedish national team. Actually, they're going to call the foul on Sophie Lefner. There was 2 Aggies in the area as Jones-Brown went up strong, got a left-handed layup to fall. And Jones-Brown, another 20-point performance for her. Her 7th of the season. As she misses the free throw, but the offensive rebound is tracked down by Tyra Samuel Afalabi. Pressured in the corner, gets it out to Cannon-Ka. Left corner, Cannon-Ka puts the ball on the ground, drives inside, looks for an option. Gets it out to Jones-Brown on the left wing. 7 on the shot clock, 1 minute remaining here in the pyramid. Jones-Brown slips and falls, kicks it out to Kylie Pepe. Needs to put up a 3 and does, and somehow that possession results in 3 points for the Beach. 73-63, less than a minute to go. And Jennifer Gross calls timeout. She's not happy with her team not being able to box out on the missed free throw. And for the first time tonight, Jennifer Gross gets a little bit loud here in the pyramid. Long Beach all of a sudden have made it a 10-point game, and it's still far from over. We may well see Megan Norris and those UC Davis starters return to the floor. In this series, it really has gone back and forth over the past 4 years. Long Beach has won 4 games. UC Davis has also won 4 games. It seems to be that when one team wins, the other team wins the next one. UC Davis trying to win 2 straight in the series after Long Beach State took down the Aggies in the first matchup last season. Long Beach all-time against UC Davis is 13-9 in this building. If the result stays as it is now, it'll be 13-10 in about 51 seconds. This matchup goes all the way back to 1971. The first time these 2 teams met was March 6th, 1971. They have never met, however, on Valentine's Day. And with the way this game is going, there are certainly going to be no love lost between these 2 Big West rivals when they meet again in just a few weeks on March 5th. Last time Long Beach won was that first game last season where these 2 teams met, January 20th. They split the regular season series, but Long Beach ran out with a 73-60 win. After outscoring Long Beach State 24-9 in the third quarter, Long Beach has outscored UC Davis to this point in the fourth, 19-18. It has been Jacoya Jones-Brown and Cannon-Ka providing the offense, while UC Davis has gotten 26 points from Ryan Bennett, tying her career high that she set on New Year's Day against CSUN. Bennett has been an efficient scorer. It's also her 6th 20-point game of the season, and no changes on the floor here for UC Davis. Jennifer Gross trusting her bench and her depth to close out this result against Long Beach. It'll be the Aggies who inbound. Long Beach in a full court press here. 51 seconds to go, and off the inbound, it's a turnover. Samuel Afalabi gets the bounce pass from Jones-Brown. The Beach need a 3. Kylie Pepe pulls one, and it rims in and out. And there's a calamity of bodies fighting for the rebound. It was Sophie Lefner who came away with it. And this could spell the end of the night for Rosie Akot. And it does. That's Rosie Akot's 5th foul. Akot fouls out tonight, having put up 7 points and 5 rebounds, along with 4 turnovers. Morgan Mack will be on the floor the rest of the way for the Beach, as Amy Wright beckons her squad forward to press again. They got the turnover off the inbound the last time the Aggies inbounded, but could not turn it into 2 or 3 points. Aggies look to inbound again. Ka pressuring in the backcourt alongside Morgan Mack, and Mack ties up Estala, and the jump ball favors Long Beach. It'll be an inbound opportunity now for the Beach, having forced 2 turnovers. This one they're going to look to capitalize on, and Megan Norris has to take off the sweatpants and get back on the floor here for some defensive stability. Off goes Emmy Urstula, as it's still a 10-point game, but Aggies will want to keep it that way. Inbound goes to Pepe. She goes strong off the glass and gets fouled. That's going to go against Megan Norris, and that's her 5th personal foul. So now Megan Norris has fouled out of the game. She untucks her jersey and heads back to the bench. Brought in to not do that. So she heads back to the bench. Tegan Young, who also started this game at forward, will come back in. Kylie Pepe will shoot 2 free throws. All of a sudden, things are getting a little bit interesting, as Jennifer Gross tells her team that they need a rebound, and then she's going to call timeout to advance the ball up the floor. Kylie Pepe clangs her first free throw off the side iron. Tonight, Long Beach State 11 for 18 from the charity stripe. Pepe's second free throw is good, and there's the timeout from Gross. Still a 9-point game, 37.5 seconds to go here in the fourth. A comeback certainly not out of the question for Long Beach State, whose 2 wins in conference play have both come down to the wire. Against CSUN, Long Beach State led by as many as 14 in this building before the Matadors stormed back, and Long Beach was forced to make a defensive stand at the buzzer. It was Rosie Akat who got the block on Jite Bemutor that day, and then against UC Riverside, Long Beach had to claw their way back and take the lead inside the final 30 seconds. 29 points that night from Jacoya Jones-Brown, but it was Rosie Akat again who got the clutch block on Kaylani Polk on what would have been a game-tying 3 for the Highlanders. Today, they need a comeback over the last 37.5 seconds. Trailing by 9 against UC Davis, who are still going to rock with their rotated 5 on the floor. It'll be for the Beach, Tyrette Samuel-Afolabi, Jacoya Jones-Brown, Kanaka, and Kylie Pepe. Rosie Akat, the hero of those 2 wins here in the pyramid, has fouled out with 5. Long Beach pressure near half court, and now they'll foul. It'll be Sussex heading to the line as Morgan Mack was forced to foul. Aggies got the ball in near midcourt. Beach were able to show pressure, but calm offense for the Aggies gets Sussex to the line, and she's a solid free throw shooter as well, averaging just around 80% this season. She misses her first. Game still on here in the pyramid. No student section to speak of today, a very sparse crowd on hand, but it's the band making all the noises. Sussex goes 1 for 2, the lead is back to 10. Amy Wright calls a full timeout. Long Beach has gone on an 8-1 run over the last minute and a half to make this a 10-point game. Both teams in the bonus. We will step away briefly and be back for the conclusion of this tantalizing fourth quarter here on 22 West Radio. Long Beach will inbound, down by 10, 30 seconds on the shot clock, 34 on the game clock. Jones-Brown into Kylie Pepe. Long Beach need a quick bucket here. To the corner for Brennan Pukas. The pass is picked off, and Pukas is forced to foul Avery Sussex, who stepped in front of a looping pass from Kylie Pepe. And now Sussex can ice this game from the free throw line. The Beach needed something quick off the inbound to cut the deficit under 10, and it results instead in a turnover in a night where Long Beach State has been winning the turnover battle. UC Davis has committed 16 turnovers in this game. That last pass from Kylie Pepe that was picked off, just Long Beach State's 9th, as Sussex buries her first. Davis will also ready a change at the conclusion of the second free throw. Davis lead by 11, Sussex trying to make it 12. She misses, rebound fought for, and the Aggies come away with it. Ursula gets it out to Tegan Young on the wing. More time off the clock, and another foul for the Beach. Now the Aggies will make another change after this first free throw, if it's made. But Emmy Ursula, the freshman guard out of Sweden, picks up the offensive rebound. Tegan Young, who started this game, the Manhattan transfer, got the pass, and she's a 77% free throw shooter. She knocks down her first and her second, and that will just about do it here in the pyramid. UC Davis 77, Long Beach State 64. The Aggies getting their matchups ready as soon as Long Beach takes the ball across half court. Shot clock is off. Jones-Brown takes it onto the logo, calls for a screen. Drives right. Back up to Pepe on the right wing, who crosses over. Looks to get downhill, gets fouled, and one. Kylie Pepe through the contact of Theoni Sami. And Pepe will head to the line for a chance at a three-point play. That's Sami's first personal foul. She's played with her contributions tonight. 110 minutes this season. Did not play in that last matchup against UC San Diego. It's her third year. She's missed the last 2 seasons, one through injury, one through redshirt, as Pepe misses her free throw. She'll end the night with 13 points, and the Aggies will need to get the ball out of the backcourt at the very least here for the clock to expire. They do with a cross-court pass to Sussex, and there's the buzzer. Long Beach State loses to the Aggies. It's 77-66, the final score, and it all came undone in that third quarter. Long Beach State goes into halftime with a lead, playing well, and they come out in the third, score a few quick points, but it's the Aggies who put up 24 in the frame, outscoring the Beach behind a 15-0 run. And in the fourth quarter, the teams end all square, 22 points apiece. Long Beach stays competitive against the best team, one of the best teams in the Big West, for 3 quarters, but not 4, and that's the difference, as it has been all season. Long Beach State down, but not out of it yet. We can take you around the Big West. Other games happening right now that Long Beach will need to keep an eye on for their chances at heading to Henderson. It has just gone final between UC Santa Barbara and Cal Poly. Cal Poly loses again, 63-54. They are 1-13, below Long Beach in the standings, near the top of the table. UC Irvine is going to take down Cal State Fullerton once time expires. And later tonight, 2 games to keep an eye on for Long Beach State. Cal State Northridge facing Hawaii at the Stan Sheriff Center. It's Northridge who sits at 4-9, Hawaii at 7-6, and then UC San Diego taking on UC Riverside from the SRC Arena in Riverside, California. Long Beach will also be keeping an eye out for Cal State Bakersfield's results around the Big West as the season draws ever closer to a close. Long Beach on the road next at the Bren Event Center to face UC Irvine on Thursday, February 19th. And that'll be another game that Long Beach will want to at least play close and competitive. Out of this 11-team conference, 8 make the conference tournament. Long Beach trying to sneak in as that 8th seed and beat out Cal Poly, CSUN, and Cal State Bakersfield. If they can catch UC Riverside, that would be a treat. But tonight, it ends in defeat for Amy Wright's squad, who put up a valiant fight through and through. That'll also do it for the first half of our doubleheader here in the Pyramid, in what is going to be an eventful Valentine's Day on 22 West Radio. I'm JayDe Beaudry, and I'll be back in just a few minutes, or maybe an hour or so at that, for men's volleyball, as the defending national champion Long Beach State men's volleyball welcomes the Lions of Vanguard University right here to the Pyramid in a series where they have 1 game across 3 weeks It is a memorable game against UCLA a few days ago, last Friday, that sets the table for this one tonight before Long Beach heads back to face UCLA now on the road at Pauley Pavilion. It'll also be Bruce Kuntz on the call live from Blair Field. First pitch 6:05 as the Dirtbags look to turn it around against San Jose State. They lost last night 8-0 and will look for better fortunes for their second game of the young Dirtbags season. But for now, thank you for listening to 22 West Radio. This has been a presentation of Long Beach State women's basketball on 88.1 KKJZ, HD3 Long Beach, and streaming live on YouTube. For Alex Prado on the board and our social media team around the pyramid, saying see you in just a few hours. First serve at 7 as Long Beach State men's volleyball takes on Vanguard right here on 22 West Radio.